All right, welcome everybody to a brand new, what was that called again? My name's Thomas.
I'm Will.
And this is a movie podcast where every week I select 3 movies and I read their IMDb plot descriptions to Will.
Me.
And then Will has to match the plot descriptions to the correct title.
That's right.
And real quick, before we do anything else, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, it did not come up in last week's recording, because at that time, we didn't know if we were going to have access to this yet. But since you have listened last week, you may have noticed that we had a new intro. And that is because I was able to get in touch with a Mr. DJ Danarchy, who hooked us up with a brand new intro, and that goes for the pre-show that we are having on Fridays. That music is his as well. The intro and outros of our show is courtesy of DJ Danarchy, who has worked on such wonderful podcasts as Knowledge Fight, among others that I don't listen to. But Knowledge Fight I listen to every single week, multiple times a week. So
There you go.
it was really nice to be able to get in touch with this guy and him create an intro for our show. So
It's pretty awesome too. Yeah.
big shout out to him if he were to ever hear this. And everybody, give him a shout out on whatever social media he may or may not have. I can't even confirm he has any of those. But anyway.
Still just give him a shout out. Maybe sometime in the future he'll just randomly come across his shout outs.
Yeah, I hope so. Let him know that we sent you. I don't know what good it'll do, but it might be nice. It might be nice to hear that his work was appreciated in some way.
Yeah, exactly. It always is.
So we are going to go ahead and slip and slide our way into a drink check. Yeah.
Nice.
And this week, Will, how about you kick us off?
Okay, well, I have half drank mine already because we did our little pre-show recording earlier today.
And then we did a pre-show after the pre-show.
Yeah, we had a moment there.
And we did video time.
Yeah. So I am drinking, it is white rum mixed with an orange Celsius energy drink mixed with just a squirt of lemon juice, and then topped off with some seltzer water. So I just watered down some orange Celsius with a shot of rum in it.
Yeah.
But it very much looks like almost like orange Gatorade a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But it has the Celsius does wonders in hiding the alcohol of the rum, and the lemon was just a little bit of an extra kick because I knew that I was going to water it down with some extra fizzy water. So it's not much, it's not fancy by any means, but it's what I'm drinking. What about you?
And you're sipping it out of your custom made, what was that called again? Branded glass, correct?
That's right. I use this literally all the time.
Available to anyone who has access to our photo of our
That's right. And any kind of online service that can print off one glass tumbler.
Yeah. Well, here on my end, Will, I'm drinking a sody pop. And now this is not just any run-of-the-mill sody pop, all right?
Okay.
This is a Ben Shaw's. Now, people may be wondering, hey, who the heck is that? I don't know.
I'm wondering.
I don't know who that is, but
okay.
He must be British because this is a British drink. This is a dandelion and burdock flavored soda.
Ugh. I only know one of those words, and it's gross.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is really good though. It's really good.
Can you describe the taste?
No.
Okay. And that was drink check. All right,
Yeah,
moving on.
that was. No, it's I would say it's kind of floral. It's kind of floral.
I mean,
tasting.
it sounds like it would be floral. Just dandelion. It sounds. What was the other thing?
And burdock.
Is that a lawyer?
Yeah, 1-800 burdock. Dandelion and burdock take on the case.
Attorney at law, burdock, attorney at law. What is a burdock?
So I actually had to look it up because I didn't know either.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, you know, those dandelion things that have like the white puff balls and the little seedlings fly off. It's kind of like that, except with like spikes, and they like stick onto you, and that's how they transport.
And only the British would say, "Hey, this sounds tasty."
Yeah, let's make a drink that tastes like that.
But it doesn't taste like anything like. I mean, because, you say soda pop, and I'm getting. So I can see what you're drinking. It's in a can.
Yeah.
And the can is both purple and lavender in makeup of the label.
Precisely.
And that's definitely a dandelion on the. Or is it a burdock on the front there? Is it a burdock on the front or a dandelion on the front?
Definitely looks like a dandelion to me. Yeah.
Okay. And so I'm getting like,
and
just because of the
guy,
color.
There's an arm with like a prisoner black and white striped sleeve.
A hamburglar arm pointing at
It says, totally timeless.
So because of the can color, and in America we color our food as to the nearest thing it looks supposed to, be a facsimile of. It looks like it would be like a grape soda because the can's purple.
Yeah,
but it's clearly not any kind of fruit soda. It's clearly not. Is it like close to like a root beer as far as like it being more earthy? It's not a cola. You said it was like herbaceous. It was floral.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to
floral.
Get an idea of like what it would be. It's not close to anything. I guess is the point.
Not really. I don't think so.
It's not like a citrus at all.
No.
It's not.
No.
That's interesting.
And in fact, I can see
is it
some
like
of
a cream
it's like
soda?
a brown. It's like a brown soda.
Ooh.
Like a cream soda. Not really. Not quite. No, I wouldn't say so.
Right. I mean, it can't be anything. I guess, if it's floral. I've never had a floral. Soda.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of floral. It's also not strongly floral. That's like the best word
soda?
that I can use to describe it. It's flavorful.
Okay.
It's just I'm not good at pinpointing like and describing
but
flavors.
I don't think that I don't even know if I would understand what that is because I've never had anything like that. Like you could be accurately describing it right now, and I have no concept of what that is.
Well, that's like the Earn Brew that I think may or may not have been drink check last week.
Yes.
I can't remember, but I think it was.
Oh, last week? I don't know. It was at one time.
So it's like trying to describe what Earn Brew tastes like. So I struggled to figure out how to pinpoint the flavor of that to the point that I looked up what does Earn Brew taste like.
It's not an orange?
No.
It looks orange, though. So
the best way to describe it that I read online, which I think is completely accurate, is that it tastes like the color orange. It tastes like orange. It doesn't taste like orange is. It just tastes like orange. And people who have had Earn Brew knows that makes sense. But if you haven't had one, then you're like, what?
The color came before the fruit name. So there you go.
Yeah, so there you go. So that is accurate. This, I don't know. It's floral is like the closest, like the most
that's really interesting. A floral soda.
I can give you.
All right. Well, that was drink check. Welcome back. We're
3 all for a loop.
We're because I was expecting an alcoholic drink, but but no.
I was gonna go with Guinness, but then I wanted to make it unique, and I had one of those cans left.
I think you chose right. Okay, so this is episode 2 of season 2, and we've changed the format slightly. I think I remember how this works. Let's go ahead and dive into it. You have movies for me.
Correct, yeah. And for anyone who's like, why do you have to think of how this works? You just had an episode last week. Well, that's because we recorded that episode 3 months and 1 week ago. So
3 months ago. So you're hearing it a week after it came out. We're trying I'm trying to remember how we even do this thing anymore.
Through the magic of the internet, not only did we record last week's episode 3 months ago, but also by the time you're hearing this episode, this will be like a month or two in the future.
Oh
so
gosh,
like,
that's right. Yeah.
there's still going to be a gap, a pretty decent gap before this comes out. So this is like mid-July.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's going to be like fall when this comes out. Anyway,
September, October, yeah.
I think
Okay.
one of our favorite segments from the listeners is when we talk about time and how time moves. Okay. So
I'm ready.
I do have 3 movies for you this week, believe it or not, Will. And we're going to be kicking this little trip through cinema off chronologically in order of release, as per usual, in the year 2004.
All right, I'm ready.
Good year for movies, good year for America. And your synopsis for this one reads as follows. After being accused of a triple murder, a man films his every moment of his to provide an alibi. That is how it's worded.
Yep.
Things take a worst turn when a detective suspects him and the tapes goes missing, which can prove his innocence.
Oh God. So I hate whenever like the wording is so weird that it makes me forget what you can start off with. So,
Yeah.
Okay, let me try really quickly. So 2004, a man accused of a triple murder, records his every movement, basically moment.
Yeah.
And what was the second half of this? Is that something goes wrong in the tapes or something?
Pretty much. Would you like me to read the whole thing over?
Sure.
So after word for word, as it's written on IMDb, after
always.
being accused of a triple murder, a man films his every moment of his to provide an alibi. Things takes a worst turn when a detective suspects him and the tapes goes missing, which can prove his innocence.
Okay. So okay.
Yes.
Okay. So 2004, after being accused of a triple murder, this individual records his every moment, and things take a turn whenever a detective discovers him or accuses him or something. I can't remember what the verbiage was there, but anyway, whenever the detective gets involved, that's whenever the tapes go missing, basically.
Right. Yeah. Which is
would
interesting.
prove his innocence.
Which is interesting that the presumption is that filming himself would prove his innocence, despite he's already been accused of this triple murder. So why would filming himself now make a difference?
There's a lot of things weird with the wording of this one, but we shall move on. Go ahead and just I'm going to try to just lock that one in. I don't really have much to say about that one, just because the synopsis is so strange. So go ahead and give me the second film.
Okay, if you're hearing anything, ladies and gentlemen, that is a loud vehicle outside my window, so that's fun.
Okay.
The second movie.
If you're not hearing anything, then check your hearing. Consult your doctor.
Your second movie this week
and then
is going to be.
We just like cut out the audio there so no one hears the car.
Maybe I will. It
was very loud and very obvious, people. Come on.
Could you hear it?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, maybe it's okay then. Okay, so your next movie, it's all in my head, is going to be from the year 2014.
Okay.
Jumping
10 years
10
later.
years ahead. 10 years ahead.
Decade.
That's how old you are. 2014, and your synopsis, as it's written on IMDb, reads as follows. A student at a conservative all-girls school tries to unravel the connection between a series of deaths and what appears to be a cursed photograph.
What appears to be.
Yeah. It looks like you might have a cursed photograph there.
So, so far both of these have like a crime element to them. So, 2014, I'm gonna paraphrase this, but I'll still have you read it again after I paraphrase it. So, this is what I recall. There's an all-girls school. A student pieces together a murder, and there's also a photo that may or may not be cursed. So go ahead and read the whole thing clearly.
Right. Once again, it is a student at a conservative all-girls school.
Could be, because I guess there could be liberal all-girls school.
A progressive all-girls school?
Yeah, really progressive, yeah.
A student at a conservative all-girls school tries to unravel the connection between a series of deaths and what appears to be a cursed photograph.
Okay, so it's not necessarily murder specifically. They're just deaths. So there's a series of deaths and a cursed photograph. So she tries to appears to be. So conservative all-girls school. It's hard for me to say. The student tries to unravel or tries to discover a link or unravel. What was the verb there again? Before the series of death.
Tries to unravel the connection.
Unravel. Okay, yeah. Unravel the connection of a series of deaths and assumed or a perceived or
what appears to be
something about this photo that makes it seem like it's cursed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 2014.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound familiar. So far, neither of these two. See, it's been so long since our last recording that I have forgotten my trademark until just now of feels and sounds familiar, and neither of these two feel or sound familiar so far. I mean, the first one, it just sounds kind of like a crime thing. You know, like I mean, the whole like recording himself is unique, so that doesn't stick out. But then the plot device of like losing the tapes right as you're being like investigated, that seems like it's maybe been done before. Not to say that that's a bad thing. It feels like I've maybe seen something like that or heard something like that. But this one, all girls school, and then a series of deaths, and then a perceived to be cursed photo. None of that sounds or feels familiar.
I still love the idea of, I know I've been accused of murder, but look, all last week I just went to the store and came back home.
Yeah, it's like I murdered someone and then I behaved really well and recorded myself behaving.
He's already been accused of the murder and he thinks recording himself now will make any difference. That's not an alibi. Okay. Sorry to the screenwriters of 2004 movie.
We'll save the breakdown of that one until later.
Yeah.
Okay, third film, please.
Yep, your third and final film is going to come from the year 2025.
Almost a decade later.
Yeah, from this very year that we are currently in. And your synopsis for this one reads as follows.
This is last week.
When a census taker mistakenly receives a snuff film on his doorstep, he must risk his life to uncover a network of political corruption.
Dang it. This is like the second... Last season we had something similar where like a tape showed up on someone's porch and it motivated them to do something atrocious, potentially. Okay, say this one again.
Yeah.
2025.
Yep, and it is, when a census taker mistakenly receives a snuff film on his doorstep.
Why does it matter that he's a census taker? That's such a weird thing to put in the synopsis. Anyway.
I like somebody like dropping off snuff tapes, but not making sure it's the right fucking door. Okay.
Or I like that they're targeting census workers.
Yeah. Well, he mistakenly received it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which
so,
also, how does he know he mistakenly? Okay. So it says, when a census taker mistakenly receives a snuff film on his doorstep, he must risk his life to uncover a network of political corruption.
Why though? He's a census taker. What the? Just fucking throw it away, bro.
And then toss it.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the whole movie. It's just like, oh, that's weird.
He just does like the whistle and like wipes his hands clean and goes back to.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
yeah. That's the movie, right? That's the credits right there. Yeah.
Still why does he? 14 people in my building. Okay.
Right. Like, why does he feel the need to risk his life to what now?
To uncover a network of political corruption. It sounds like a whole messy scenario that he should just easily get like washed.
This sounds like a movie that Bob Odenkirk would star in.
He's the census taker, or he's
a census taker
filmmaker.
What was was it Nobody? Was that the first film of his?
Really good movie.
Yeah, it was, and I think there is a sequel. I don't know if it's out yet.
Yes, Timo directed the sequel.
Okay. Is it about a census worker who gets a snuff film?
I haven't looked it up. It could be, in theory.
It might be. It might be. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't sound familiar, except for that. Like I said, there was the movie we watched or discussed on the show last season, where it was something about like this wife receives a tape, or a tape is mailed to her, or something like that, and like. I want to say like it involved her husband in some way, but I can't.
The only one that I can remember, and this is our new sideshow. What was that we talked about last season? The only one that I remember is I remember doing the Michael Haneke movie Caché, in which they receive tapes repeatedly in their mailbox, which is just footage of their house.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. So
And they
that's the
don't
name
know
of
where
the
the hell these are coming from. They're not addressed or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try to recap all these because as I was saying, for the 2025 film, that's the only thing that sounds familiar is that film that we've already discussed. Other than that, this sounds new. And it's 2025, which we are in right now, and only halfway through. So
Yeah.
it can't have been too long ago that came out. Okay, the first film, let me try to recap these. 2004.
Yep.
And it is about after an individual, I think he was a guy, was accused of a triple murder, I think.
Yep.
He begins to record all of his hissings, and while doing so, a detective begins to investigate right as the guy loses the tapes that would prove his innocence.
Yeah, more or less. So the detective suspects him, and the tapes go missing. Which,
I mean, he's already been accused, so you would think he would be suspected.
I don't know.
Anyway, okay, so I was close.
But he had those tapes that show that he's been good.
Right, this whole time after the fact. Yeah. Okay. The second film was 2014, and it took place at a conservative school for girls.
Yes.
And one of the students begins to unravel the mystery of a series of deaths, and there is also a photo that is perceived to be cursed.
Yep, unravels the connection between a series of deaths and what appears to be a cursed photograph.
Connection is the key there. Okay, this student thinks that there's a connection between these deaths and the photograph. Okay, and then this final film of ours is from 2025.
Yeah.
And it is about, I'm not stalling to try to remember what happened literally 5 minutes ago.
What is this person's job? What's
That's
Bob
right.
Odenkirk's job in this movie?
That's right. Thank you. In our version of Nobody 2, Bob Odenkirk is a census worker who mysteriously receives a snuff tape on his doorstep.
Yeah.
And after, for some reason, watching the tape, decides to risk his life to solve some kind of horrible crime and event. I can't remember what the event was.
A network of political corruption.
A whole network of political... this one tape, on this one film, he learns that not only is it a snuff film, but there's a whole network of political figures behind it.
Like, everybody in Congress is, visible in the background, cheering as the person is murdered before them.
Okay. Like I said, none of these, the 2025 one, it has been a weird year for me. Mm-hmm. For all of us. There's been a lot of shit happening. I can't even tell you that I've paid attention to any mainstream movie. I don't even know what's out right now. That one's not going to surprise me that I don't know that one. The other two definitely don't feel or sound familiar. So I'm curious to learn more before making my selection. Tell me the titles.
Okay. I think I have that information for you, Will. The first title I'm going to give you to go off of is going to be Freeze Frame.
Freeze Frame. Oh, man, that title sounds familiar. That title sounds really familiar. Freeze Frame. Dang it. Why does that rings a bell? And not just because it's a song. Now,
let me ask you this. Does it feel and or sound familiar?
Well, it sounds familiar because it's a song title. But it also feels familiar outside of being a song title. I want to say that's the 1994 film. But I'll hold judgment until I hear the next two titles.
Well, none of them are from 1994.
Not 1994. Nope, I didn't say that. You could roll back the tape. I said 2024 minus 10. 2024 film. Sorry, 2024. It feels like the 2024 film.
None of them are from 2024.
Not 2020. I didn't say 2024. I said 2004 plus 20. That's what I said. Sorry, I'm just a little bit drunk, okay?
Which one does it feel or sound like?
It feels and or sounds like the 2004 film about the guy who was accused of the triple murder and records his every hissing and then loses the tapes as a detective finds him suspicious. That's the one it feels like, because whenever you said freeze frame, I started to picture the cover art.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna reserve judgment until I hear the other two titles. So title me again, please.
Okay. Your second title to go off of is going to be Fatal Frame.
Ooh, Fatal Frame. So there's Freeze Frame and Fatal Frame. I don't know where to put that one yet. I mean, there's the recordings of the first film. There is the possessed or evil photo of the second film, and then the third movie is about a snuff tape. But I mean, Fatal Frame. Okay, I don't know if I'd call a whole snuff tape if I would boil it down to a single frame. But I mean, titles are weird. But Fatal Frame doesn't ring a bell as far as like, did I hear that recently? So I don't know yet. Fatal Frame, I'm not sure yet. Next title, please. Final title.
All right, your third and final title to go off of this week is going to be The Red Frame.
Okay, well now my recently spoken logic is flawed. Okay, so frame is in all of them.
Yeah.
The red frame. I mean, the red frame doesn't necessarily have to talk about like a motion picture or a still image. It could be something that's in an image, like an actual red frame.
Like
maybe there's a photograph of a red frame, or there's like a red frame in the back of the room that this snuff film takes place in, and that's part of like the clues that get.
Yeah, there's in the snuff film. There's like a red framed photo of like Richard Nixon, and that draws this guy into the political corruption.
I just had this really weird thought of like what if someone wanted to make like a really artsy snuff film, a la like Schindler's List, and they just decided to make the whole thing black and white except for like this picture frame in the background. So there's a red frame. And like it had like a deeper meaning to like the snuff film director, you know? Okay.
Yeah.
Red frame. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I have freeze frame.
Yeah.
I have fatal frame, and I have red frame.
Yeah. Those are what you have.
I only get one shot, so this season is about getting one shot. That's why I had a little bit of a long pause there, as I really have to kind of piece this together and give it my all. There's no do-overs. There's no second chances here. So
if you get them all three wrong, as per the rules of this season, you will be assassinated.
Well, this is a win-win. Okay. So I said initially freeze frame was the 1994 plus 10, 2024 minus 20 film.
Yeah. You did say
where
that.
the guy was the triple murderer trying to prove his innocence by recording himself after the fact.
Yeah. I love that.
Because whenever you said freeze frame, I pictured a guy running, like a silhouette almost, maybe, and there being like Polaroid images like around that silhouette. But that's all I pictured, and I don't know if that's a title or if that's just maybe that's in the music video for freeze frame. Okay, and then I have red frame, which doesn't necessarily fit any of these, except for, like I said, maybe it's a photo of something, and whatever is in the background, there's like a red frame in the subject of the photo of this possessed photo. But then that leaves fatal frame. I mean, I guess. Oh, I mean, frame could be like you're being framed for something.
That's another meaning, yeah. The cool thing about the English language is that one word can have so many different meanings and pronunciations.
That's right. So fetal famille.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to change my mind now. So I'm going to go against my logic, which is what the tactic that I employed late in season 1. So here we go.
I wonder what your percentage is on going against your logic.
I don't want to know, actually, because I'm sure that'll crush my ego. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to now say that Fatal Frame
Yeah.
is the 2004 film about a man who is accused of a triple murder, who then decides to record his every whatever, and whenever a detective becomes suspicious and suspects this man, the man ends up losing the tapes that would have proved his innocence. Fatal Frame. Locking it in. I like the idea of it being a double meaning with frame. Maybe he was framed. Okay. And I have red frame and freeze frame.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So here's my other lot. So, the 2014 film of the conservative all-girls school, where a student unravels the link between a series of deaths and a perceived evil or possessed photo. I'm going to call that one red frame.
Okay.
And then, because maybe I was picturing like a Polaroid the whole time, and I think maybe the photo that is perceived to be evil is maybe in a red frame. Like it's not just like a loose photograph.
Yeah.
That's my logic there. And then that leaves freeze frame. I'm going to say that you would freeze frame, or you would pause the snuff film to analyze the details in the background. That's my logic there. So the 2025 film of the census worker who is mistakenly given a snuff film that ends up on his front, his doorstep, his doorway, and then decides to risk life and limb to unravel a political network of whatever. I'm going to call that one freeze frame. Locking it in.
Alrighty. So, to start this journey off in 2004.
Tell me about these films.
What you have here is a film written and directed by a John Simpson. This movie stars a Lee Evans who shaved his head and eyebrows for the film, despite being told his brows may never grow back.
I thought you were going to say, despite being told he didn't have to do that.
Yeah, he's just like, no, my character is completely bald.
And he's the detective, by the way.
It's possible.
he just wanted like no eyebrows for this detective.
I will tell you that this movie currently sits with a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb from 2,981 ratings. And at the time of recording, it is unfortunately not streaming anywhere. Not available. However, you can rent it from Scarecrow Video on DVD.
Nice. Scarecrowvideo.org.
Scarecrowvideo.org, everybody. Not a sponsor yet. So that...
And that's the physical copy. Sorry, just to clarify,
Yeah.
that's the physical copy of this movie, not like
It is a
digital
DVD.
version.
Yep.
Yes. Cool.
You'll get the DVD with whatever bonus content there may or may not be. And the film that you would be going on to scarecrowvideo.org to search for to find this movie would be Freeze Frame.
Oh, dang it. Dang it.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm 0 for 0 so far.
So, your second film from 2014 about a student at a conservative all-girls school trying to unravel the connection between a series of deaths and what appears to be a cursed photograph is written and directed by Marie Asato, based on a novel by Eiji Otsuka.
Oh, okay.
This movie also is apparently based on a video game of the same name, which is also in the UK. You might know this video game as Project Zero.
I don't know that name.
This film is Japanese. It is also not available anywhere, unfortunately, at the time of recording. However, you can rent it on Blu-ray from Scarecrow Video.
Oh, nice. Again. I feel like I know of a game called Fatal Frame though. But go ahead and just tell me.
This movie currently sits on IMDb with a rating of 5.7 out of 10 from 693 ratings, and the title of this film is Fatal Frame.
Dang it! Okay. Well,
which means the bandage is off. Will got 0 out of 3 on this one.
0 to 3.
In 2025, this film was written and directed by an Al M. Hemphill. There was no trivia on this at the time of recording, unfortunately.
No information.
This is a debut feature from Hemphil. It has received a Best Film nomination from the East Village New York Film Festival.
Okay. Congrats.
The director is a year older than me, from Fort Smith, Arkansas. So he's an Arkansas boy at the age of 29 at the time of recording. This movie is currently not yet available anywhere. It has no ratings yet. It is not. You can't. There's no ratings. It's not available. It's called The Red Frame.
How did you find The Red Frame?
I'm just good. I'm just good at what I do.
Looking for you were just on IMDb one day looking for directors from Arkansas who were.
So I think I had freeze frame, and then I just typed in the word frame to find other movies that had the word frame, and then I found the other two.
I like to know your logic there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Will got 0 out of 3. That's unfortunate, but I tell you what is always a 10 out of 10. It is Tag Me.
Tag Me. Tag Me.
And we are going to be doing some Tag Me's on freeze frame up first. This is where I go to the IMDb section of plot details.
That's right.
Where there are random, almost, words or phrases that maybe have something to do with the movie.
Well, they're not necessarily random.
Not.
Someone thought they had something to do with the movie.
Yeah. Whether they do or not, who knows? So for freeze frame, our plot details section, we're going to kick things off with female on male rape.
Oh, wow. That's really, you're just really starting off in an area there.
Yeah.
How many? I mean, I don't really want to know the answer to this, but I honestly am curious. I'm curious how many other films are tagged with female and male.
The fun thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that if you click on one of these plot details, they work pretty much as tags, hence the name of the segment. And if you click on them, they show you other movies on IMDb that have that tag.
Or that someone's added, right?
Female on male rape has 308 titles.
Oh my goodness.
Including but not limited to Nymphomaniac, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, It Follows, Horrible Bosses. And so on.
All right.
Yeah.
I was curious. I didn't really want the answer, but I got it. Okay.
Shot in the Forehead.
Ooh, wow, graphic.
We have Murder Investigation, and we're going to end this one off with Delusion.
Okay.
Yeah, so what is the delusion? We'll probably never know. So for the plot details on Fatal Frame, we have plot details. The first one, Fatal Frame.
There better be.
We have LGBTQ+. We have lesbian character. So a lot of really informative stuff on that one.
So far, yeah.
The Red Frame, unfortunately, nobody knows. So there are no tags on that one.
No one's seen it. No one knows.
I can tell you it was shot in Chicago. That information is available. There are a few still images from the film as well.
What's the runtime of this one, just by the way?
1:44.
Okay.
It looks like it actually, so you were joking about like an artsy snuff film, right? The trailer, so the IMDb app is so awesome that now whenever you click on movies, a trailer just begins playing on the top of the page, whether you want it to or not. Yeah. And so the trailer for this movie is playing. It is black and white.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, so it is just randomly playing on the top of my screen.
And the red frame, there's a red frame there.
Yeah, so not much to go on that one, but I tell you what I do have for you is a quote time. This is where I pull a quote from the IMDb page of one of these movies, and I read it to Will in a character of his choosing, and then he tries to see if he can figure out which movie this quote came from. And so this week I do have 2 characters.
Okay, so 2 characters, a line each, approximately.
Yeah, 2 sentences from
it's
the
a back
first
and forth
person. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna pick, or I'm gonna pick for you. I'm gonna pick 2 different characters.
You're right.
For you to do this line and give your best act.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to pick characters that I would think would be in one of these movies to try to help myself get a vibe if that fits or not. Okay. I would like you to play this as Um, I mean, out of the synopsis, I only know of 2 characters so far. So I'm gonna have to go with a guy. I want one of these characters. I guess I'll pick for you. I want character 1, whoever you read first.
Mhm.
I want character 1 to be an inquisitive detective.
Okay.
And I want character 2 to be a very nervous younger male.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
On your action.
Okay.
I'm sure the laughing is not part of the line.
No, it's not. It's not. Okay. All right. So the quote continues as follows. You seem kind of relaxed, if you don't mind me saying, for a man who's about to spend his next 30 years sucking unwashed dick. You seem kind of jealous, if you don't mind me saying. That's it.
Wow. So the first sentence there, I was like, oh, I might have nailed it. And then you talked about an unwashed dick.
Yeah.
I mean, it still kind of fits though. But then the response is what again? You seem kind of jealous, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, you seem kind of jealous, if you don't mind me saying.
Oh man. Okay, so say the line just the lines normal, please.
You seem kind of relaxed, if you don't mind me saying, for a man who's about to spend the next 30 years sucking unwashed dick. You seem kind of jealous, if you don't mind me saying.
I mean, I do like this. I think I did get it right. I think this is the 2004 film Fatal Frame. Freeze Frame. Is it freeze frame? It's freeze. Sorry.
Yeah, freeze frame is...
Save myself there. Freeze Frame.
You are correct. The first line is delivered by a detective.
Nice!
Detective Mountjoy. And the person being accused of spending the next 30 years sucking filthy penis is Sean Vale. So there you go, from Freeze
I kind of nailed that one. I almost didn't go with the first character being the detective. I almost went with the first character being the nervous guy.
I started laughing just because you said the second person is like nervous, like a young man who's like nervous, and just thinking of like, you seem kind of jealous, if you don't mind me saying, like nervously talking shit.
Yeah. So have you seen any of these?
No, I have not.
Okay,
no.
Perfect. So let's do what we always do. What is the context of I mean, clearly it sounds like, clearly we know that it's the detective talking to this guy, and we know that the detective is suspicious of him for committing the murder. So the detective clearly thinks that he's like nailed this guy with some kind of evidence or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So where are we when this takes place? Let's assume everything here before we even get to watch it.
Do you mean where are we in terms of where at in the movie, or do you mean where are we as in like where is this taking place?
I meant where is this taking place, but I also want the answer of where in the movie is this? Is this early on? Is this in the middle? Is this towards the end?
So I think this is like almost the very end of the movie.
Oh, okay.
And
so
I think
like
this is taking place.
Build.
This is taking place post-climax. Post-climax, yes. So this is like almost the very end. Okay. Right. It's taking place.
What if this was like the final 2 lines?
Yeah. It could very well be. So because I
kind of like that idea of like you seem kind of jealous, if you don't mind me saying. Cut to black, credits. Like that's
because what I was thinking of was that this guy is the one who committed this crime, and so essentially these tapes going missing, the detective is like, but we have your fingerprints at the crime scene, so I don't care about these tapes. And he does get arrested at the end of it. Like, so there's like a climactic like chase perhaps or something like that. Like there's like a big sequence that happens, but then in the end he catches him, and then he has like handcuffs on him, or the police have handcuffs on him. The detective's like walking alongside him, and he's like, you seem kind of relaxed, if you don't mind me saying, for a man who's about to spend his next 30 years sucking unwashed dick. And like as he's getting like into the back of the police car, he's like, you seem kind of jealous, if you don't mind me saying. Door shuts. Drives away slowly. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The detective like throws his cigarette on the ground and stomps it out with his foot, and then just like walks off. Yeah. I like that. Okay. So we're at the very end of the movie. I like that. We're outside. The guy's in handcuffs and put away. You're saying that the guy did do it. Yeah.
And that
like the tapes had nothing to do with anything, and like the detective has evidence that this guy committed the crimes. There's like blood or hair or like,
because I was going to say that like what if the guy didn't do it, but after he like let's say he loses the tapes, you know, for fairly early on, and most of the movie is spent with this detective, you know, this detective kind of getting in like a mind game sort of battle with this guy, to the point that like the guy starts to believe that like he did it because all the evidence is apparently there. You know, this detective keeps, you know, like coming at him with all these facts and saying like, I don't even understand why you recorded anything that you apparently say you have, because all the evidence I have is before the recordings. And the guy's like, yeah, you know, that was dumb of me. I should have recorded, you know, before I did this instead of after I did this. But anyway,
yeah, that would have made more sense. Sorry,
that would have made more sense. but my point is that like, the guy truly didn't do it, but the detective is so persuasive and so determined to nail someone for this, and the fact that the guy kind of went nuts recording himself in every waking moment, and then all of a sudden all that energy that he put into that is now lost, that I was going to say that this moment that we just painted, there's a little tying of a knot at the end. So after the detective, you know, stomps out his cigarette or whatever and starts to walk away, a police officer like comes up and is like, "Detective, we just found a box of tapes," and the detective's like, "Throw them away." like fuck this. Like I don't want anything that might change the reality that I just nailed someone to this. I had to nail someone to this, and, you know, toss those tapes away.
So what you made me think of while you were talking was this guy kind of starts to believe, like the detective maybe like in a manipulative way starts to get this guy to believe that he did commit the crime. You were kind of saying a little bit. So I started to think, what if this dude actually starts to get kind of paranoid about the fact that he did it, and he begins to watch the tapes that he shot, and he starts to see what he thinks is evidence that like maybe I did do this, and then he throws out the tapes himself.
Oh, I like that.
And then the detective Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. I was just going to say that I like that, except for the fact that it says that the tapes are lost.
Yeah, I know.
But I do love that idea of like he just goes like so like crazy trying to like prove himself right, but then like the detective keeps feeding him like all this information and, you know, linking all this shit together, that he starts to see shit in his own recordings. It's like, oh fuck, maybe, I mean, did I fucking do it? Like I fucking sleepwalk and I didn't know I sleepwalked until I started to record myself, and now there's fucking evidence of me walking around my house and I don't even recall it, you know.
He has to throw out his tapes, and then the detective is like, finally the detective comes over and he's like, all right, Charlie, I'll bite. Let's take a look at these tapes you've been recording.
No.
I don't know where they are.
There are no tapes.
There was I don't know, some foreigner broke in last night, and I don't know, the box is gone. Yeah,
I was just trying to figure out like how we can circle back and make the unwashed dicks reference like a bookend to something that happened earlier.
There's like tapes.
There's just tapes.
He just has tapes. I was just gonna it didn't work. I was gonna say there's like tapes of him bathing, and he specifically doesn't wash his dick.
That's what I was gonna say. Like he records every moment, and maybe they do find the tapes or whatever. Like post scene there, as I was describing earlier, and instead of the detective saying to throw them away, no, could that be at the end? Damn it. Well, yeah, I was trying to connect yours, but I want the unwashed dick thing to be in the beginning. But I was picturing that of him like not just specifically not washing his dick, or like even the opposite of that. I like the fact of like
He
he
specifically meticulous
only
with...
washes
Yeah.
or like he takes like special showers like multiple times a day, like after he urinates or whatever, and he just to wash his dick off, and he's like really particular.
Yes, we have like long scenes of he like post urination, he like goes to wash his hands, and then he puts like a little more soap, and then it's just like from his chest up, you just see him like put his like sudsy hands down, and you hear like
yeah
and then he fucking like rinses his hands off.
Yeah, he's just really against the idea of having an unwashed dick for some reason. But how would the detective know that? Or no. No, wait. Maybe the detective doesn't know that fact. The detective just says that, and by saying that, the guy's like, "What?" Like he's like, "What? My worst nightmare? Like, unwashed dicks? What?"
Yeah, the only thing that sucks with that is that it would negate the like quote unquote witty
you seem
response.
jealous.
Yeah. Like he has kind of like a arrogance.
He does. You're
with that
right.
response.
Yeah.
But he's like, "Oh no, I didn't even think about that."
Yeah.
Well,
no. So wait. So I like the idea of the guy like obsessively washing his dick all the time, and then maybe like there's a time where the detective comes over to the guy's apartment or whatever to interview him, and then mid interview, the detective asks to go use his bathroom or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy is like sitting there like in his living room or whatever, listening to the detective like use the bathroom. And he clearly doesn't wash his hands, right? And then as soon as the detective comes out and back into the living room, like the camera like goes like POV shot where like the suspect is just like he can't stop like looking at the guy's like crotch, knowing inside the guy not only didn't wash his hands but clearly didn't wash his dick. So then at the end, the witty response is him saying like, "You'd be jealous of like unwashed dicks because you didn't wash yours. You filthy, filthy human. I have to wash mine 9 times a day."
Yeah, you pig. You pig. He's like goes crazy and tries to murder him. That's what caused him to murder. The triple homicide.
It's just guys who just don't wash their dicks. In a world where everyone just does the normal amount of hygiene, you become like a target to this guy, and he thinks that the detective would be jealous of being surrounded by unwashed dicks.
And they all have their dicks like cut off of their body, like all the triple homicide. There's like their dicks are missing,
calling card,
and like pig is carved into their stomach. Oh my gosh!
But what if the guy still is innocent, right?
Yeah.
But the only reason that the detective is suspicious of this guy is because the detective somehow like walked into like a public bathroom at like the police station or whatever after this guy was like going to take a whiz, and he caught the guy like washing his dick at like the sink, and the detective like linked that together of like all these dicks were cut off and they were all filthy. And this guy incessantly washes his dick. That's the link. That is the link between our killer, the calling card, the MO.
And he sees that this guy has like a little piggy on his keychain or something. There's like one more little tie-in. Yeah, and then in my version where he is the killer, at the end of it, after he's arrested, the detective goes back into the apartment one more time and like opens his like bedroom closet, and there's just like severed dirty cocks nailed to the wall inside of the closet.
No,
and it's like the
I don't
scene
think they're dirty.
It's like
I think he cut them off dirty and he cleaned them.
There's like it's like the ending of Unbreakable, when Bruce Willis is like looking at the wall and he sees like all the newspaper clippings and he's like, "Oh my god!" But it's just with like dirty dicks.
It's realization, yeah.
The monster was in front of my face the whole time.
So then, what's the like sequel? Like the our supervillain origin story is this movie. What is the the sequel where like how like the scene at the end of Split where like we see Bruce Willis character David. His name is David, right? David Dunn.
Yeah.
David, right? We see him say, they call him Glass or whatever, Mr. Glass. Like, what is that moment at the end of where like we bring back both like the hero detective and the the guy who was locked away for cutting off dirty dicks.
So so the detective notices that amongst these nailed to the wall dicks, there's just a nail in the wall.
Oh,
and one of the, there's like
empty.
There's just a nail there, and he sees it, and he kind of like steps back and goes, and then he like takes for the door, and he runs out of the room, and we cut to the back seat of the police car, and our guy is like handcuffed in the back seat, and he like spits out like from his cheek. He has that dick, and it's like mostly hanging out of his mouth, and he spits it. He spits it at the driver, and it like lands in his lap, and the driver like looks down and goes, "What the fuck?" and like swerves and crashes. Wheel. Yeah.
and then slow-mo as the police squad vehicle like flips over on its roof, and the guy is smiling the whole time. Yeah. So that's how we end it. And then there's
and it freeze frames. It freeze frames. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to. Yeah, that's the one thing it freeze frames on is. I like it. All right.
Yep.
And then we have this. So is the second film just called Freeze Frame 2, or do we go like how M. Night went with just calling all the films something different from each other? What is our title for the second one?
Freeze Frame 2 :
balls.
Richard.
God, Richard. We're going dignified for a second.
Yeah. Opening shot, he's sitting there in a suit.
Oh my no! I think the opening. So wait, so does he escape from that cop car at the end of the first film? Is that what we're implying, or no?
Yeah. So the opening shot is the detective arriving at the crash site, and like the police car
right from the end.
The police car is like upside down, and there's like a whole bunch of like police cars, the road's blocked off and whatnot, and the detective is like, where is he? And they're like we don't know, he wasn't here or whatever. Like his handcuff, like what they look down and his handcuffs are on the ground, and like the two police officers in the front,
severed dick just laying in a puddle. And then we cut to so then we go to credit, like opening credits, right? And then we pan up on like an abandoned subway tunnel, right? And as we're like tracking across the abandoned subway platform, there's just like boxes and wrapper, like small individual boxes and wrappers and other ephemera of like used soap or like open like hand soap, and there's just box like crates and crates and crates of just like opened like Irish Spring hand soap, like bars of soap, right? And it's all just like stacked in this pile, and then blackout, and then we cut to some other scene, and then we eventually learn that he's been living underground. But as filthy as he is for living in, the underground, he still has to keep his dick clean.
Yeah, he's got the cleanest dick in the city.
That's the tagline.
That's on the poster. Freeze Frame 2, Richard. He's got the cleanest dick in the city.
Freeze Frame 2, Richard. He's a bad man, but he's got the cleanest dick in the city.
He's the cleanest dick in the city.
Oh, I like it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so stupid. Fucking crap. That cracks. I'd watch the shit out of that movie.
Oh God, that's so stupid. cleanest dick in the city. I love that the tagline is that, and we call it Richard, like colon Richard. Yeah. Oh God, that's so fucking stupid. God, what was that called again? Holy shit, that was so stupid. Oh man, that's gonna be our next WWTCA multiverse. God, Richard, he's the cleanest dick in the city.
I think that might have been the new hardest Will's ever laughed in a show.
It keeps like hitting me how stupid that is. Oh man, it's been a long time since we've recorded, and I just missed this moment of taking something from a movie that we have no idea what the context is, and completely butchering the meaning that the writer put into it, and just making a whole separate thing based off of it. See, a lot of people who make films, I think, are making the mistake of taking like whole IPs and recreating them. What we do is we just take one line and whatever comes from that.
I also love that a lot of the times in these creative segments, like the one line that I just happen to pull is like the one line that it like holds all the information of the entire film as well.
Yeah, I do too.
But yeah, freeze frame to Richard. He's the cleanest dick in the city.
He's the cleanest dick in the city. It's just so fucking stupid. All right, that was fun.
Yeah. And done.